Hi, welcome to my channel. Yeah, so I'm doing this version. I did a quick 3-minute one, like everyone does, about movies, but I wanted to go a bit more in depth about the Odyssey. Um, as I said in my other bit, I thought it was a 4 out of 5. It's definitely not a 5 out of 5 movie. I don't care what anybody says. I'm honest with my review. You can take it or leave it. And I've been watching films since the 60s. So it tries to be every other movie you've seen before in this genre without succeeding in certain areas. First of all, there was too many AAA stars in this movie that were wooden performances that, though they were really good in it, you couldn't take your mind off the fact what other movies you'd seen them in. And basically what they were doing was transferring that to this movie, where they could have, say, like Tom Holland could have been a bit more dramatic, showed his other skills as an actor. But all I kept seeing was Spider-Man and Peter Parker. Zendaya, she's a great actress. She's certainly in June and stuff. She has a real gritty performance. But in this one, I found her she was there. Some of the lower casting was quite good. I think, like they have their bits and pieces. I thought the cinematography was brilliant, well within camera, IMAX and all that goody stuff. But you were taken out of the movie in the sense of it was historically not correct. It looked more like Romans in Viking ships. It's the easiest way I can put it. I'm not a historian, but even I can notice. There's been a controversy about what casting, getting people in it just for the sake of being politically correct. I didn't get that. I didn't really worry about that. I don't care. I've said before, I don't care if James Bond's going to be a coloured actor, a Chinese actor. I'm all for, looking forward rather than stepping back. So that didn't worry me in the slightest. The script was very, very weak, I believe. Robert Pattinson's performance, I really didn't like it. I love him in Batman. I loved him in The Lighthouse. Lighthouse, to me, is his best performance ever. So dark and gritty. But then he was playing with William Defoe. So they played off each other. And I think he was really crackingly good in that film. But in this one, I didn't really take to him being... I was like Gladiator, like Russell Crowe. And then you had Joaquin Phoenix, and he was just fantastic as this dark, evil. You really, you could see that he wanted to do harm to Russell Crowe. But in this film, it just felt a bit wishy-washy. I enjoyed the film. I gave it a 4 out of 5, but I'm not giving it any more than that. There's loads of people on YouTube doing, oh, fantastic, best film going, it's going to win loads of Oscars, going to win all the, probably will, because the movie industry is like that. But to me, it was very average in certain areas. There was bits that I really enjoyed. The Witch, I thought that was very gritty, down performance, and you felt like it's almost you knew she was a witch before you got to see what happened to his shipmates and that. But I won't spoil it too much. But I mean, it was kind of really good performance. The scene with the dead soldiers, I really enjoyed. I thought that was well done in the sense of, the acting, and you felt like, it was very Lord of the Rings kind of thing, Return of the Kings, where they go into the cave and all these kings and fight. They save their souls and all that. But this one was a bit deeper and darker, and they had a bit of a gripe with the way they died for nothing really. And so I enjoyed that performance. What else? Costumes were typical, this kind of movie costumes. Very well done. Probably a lot of thought gone into them. There's certain areas, the creativity, you can't take away from it. But as a whole, I didn't feel engrossed all the way through. It's a very long film, so nearly 3 hours. And as I say, like Anne Hathaway, she was a fantastic actress. She was great in Les Mis, and she, in Catwoman and stuff like that. But in this one, I found her a bit of, the woman waiting for her husband. But I mean, she played it well, but I think there's been better people playing these kind of characters in other movies. It's not going to be my favourite movie of all time. To be honest, I don't even think I'll buy it out on 4K when it comes out. It was just something missing to make it whole for me as a movie. But all in all, enjoyable, definitely worth a watch. But don't go in expecting like everything. Don't agree with everything. The problem is everyone's either no, or they're like lapdogs. They just agree with everything. They're scared to say, "Oh, I didn't like that bit," just to be out of vogue or whatever. To me, it's just like you've got to be honest when you watch these movies. So as I say, I probably enjoyed it more of it. I mean, I like Jason the Argonauts. I like Wrath of Titans. I like, Gladiator, all these big epic things. I love all them. I do, really. Honestly, it's my favourite genre. But to me, I mean, the Cyclops was pretty scary, but, but it's definitely, and oh yeah, that's the main thing. They done the script to a modern audience. So when Matt Damon is fighting in the third act, you got Tom Holland throwing down equipment from the armory and going, "Dad." Well, that was totally out of context of the period, and it just felt a bit like you're weighing into people's intelligence. I think I would have enjoyed it more if it had been historically worded. I'm not thick, I'm not stupid. I can enjoy these films without being, tampered down to, the level of popcorn audience who just go in there and, if they say dad or, whatever, they're happy with that. But as a whole, it was a good movie. Enjoyed it. Probably watch it again at some point. But on a whole, yeah, I must admit, I'll give Jude, the music was fantastic because it was very gritty. They got that bit right. I just wish the rest of the movie had been on par with that. So anyway, that's my honest view of the film. It's very mismatched. It's got the great cinematography as you expect from Christopher Nolan. A lot of thought's gone into that. And I can't fault him with anything like that. But as a movie, which is what it boils down to at the end, I found it a good movie. Probably better than a lot of movies we've had lately, but not as good as some that have come before that weren't directed by Christopher Nolan. So anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Please consider like, share, and subscribing. I'll see you in a video pretty soon. Take care now.